Hey guys, well today is the day that we are going to give away our Teacher Appreciation giveaway to a special teacher in Horry County, and we are just so excited. We are on our way to Ten Oaks Middle School to bless a special teacher in Horry County with our Teacher Appreciation giveaway, and we are just so excited, so stay tuned.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey.
How are you? Good. What did I do?
Don't be nervous. Come here.
So Shannon, my name is Chris Gobble, and this is Michelle Snowberger, and we run a community page called Girl on Coastal. And we did a teacher appreciation contest, and we asked all of Horry County to send us in recommendations for their favorite teachers. We put together a gift basket for you, which has got a Target gift card and some Starbucks stuff for you to help you with supplies for your classroom.
Oh, thank you.
But Miss Barb was the one who nominated you, and we wanted her to read her nomination letter and why it was so easy to pick you. We had lots of great nominations, I mean lots of them, but this one choked me and Michelle up.
Am I gonna start crying?
Well, we cried, so I don't know, we'll see what you do.
I better
We love our teachers. I've had kids that have gone to the Horry County school system and said this is a special thing for me as a mom, and I might cry again when I hear her read it, so
Okay,
I
so
want her to
I'm
read it. No one
Okay, so I love that they are doing this, since it's very near and dear to my heart being an ex-teacher from here. But here it is. There are so many deserving teachers, but one in particular is Shannon Nininger. She truly stands out. Shannon is a special education teacher where she has some of the most challenging students daily. But the attention and care and love that she has for her kids is amazing. No matter how difficult a day she's having, she's always smiling and upbeat. Her happiness is contagious. Many of her students don't have the necessary supplies, and she is constantly buying them for them. Outside the classroom, Shannon is taking care of her grandmother, who is struggling, as well as tutoring her students, many at their homes, and she teaches Sunday school classes. And on top of all this, she's caring for her husband and kids. Shannon is an amazing teacher who is worthy of this wonderful gift. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie.
Yay! The grandma hit the spot.
I know.
So, Shannon,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you for letting us come and surprise you. Were you surprised?
I was very surprised. I thought I was in trouble.
What could you possibly be in trouble about?
I don't know.
So I just wanted to find out a little bit about your why. So we know you're a special needs teacher. Tell me a little bit about why you chose special needs versus just teaching in the general population. Tell me a little bit about the heart behind that.
Well, first of all, my husband is the program specialist for Horry County for middle schools, so he's already in special education, and I mean, I've always been around kids growing up. I have a large family, a lot of nieces and nephews, but for some reason I've always been drawn to special ed kids because they just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes get overlooked, and not necessarily by everybody, but they just don't get that one-on-one attention, or they just don't get what they really need to help to get them to the next level. And I feel like I've just had such a big heart my whole life, so I felt like I would make an impact in their life, so I chose special ed. And I was actually on track to do dual endorsement for my master's degree, and at the very last class I dropped out of the last gen ed class so that I did not get dual endorsement, so that they could not place me in general education classes.
Wow.
Because I was so afraid that if I got gen ed and special ed, I would never get into special ed.
Yeah.
But it's actually the opposite here in Horry County because we are in need of special education teachers.
Yeah. So how long have you been teaching?
This is technically my 4th year, but my 3rd, because the 1st year was a long-term sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And always special needs in all 3 years.
Always special, yep.
So do you have a story, you don't have to tell me names, but a story about a kid, about a family that really has moved you over the last 3 years?
Well, there's one student in particular, yes, and it was actually a really bad situation. But and I can't get into exact details or anything. But there was a lot of physical aggression with the child, and I was with that child for a whole school year, and that particular student just had a very, very bad situation at home, and even though he was physical towards me, I knew that there was something that was triggering it, and I tried never to give up on him, and it did get to a point where it was the placement had changed to where I was no longer with that student, and this was before I became a special ed teacher. I was like a paraprofessional one-on-one, but I do always think about that student, and I actually just asked about him the other day.
Yeah.
So
You see students progressing pretty well in the school system as you're teaching them? Are they able to progress?
I would say yes, for the most part. We do have some students that still, even this past year, come into my class with a 0 Lexile level, which means that they are unable to read at all, and it really makes me sad. Like, I don't understand how they got to the 6th grade without reading, but sometimes that just happens. They just, they do well on one assessment, and I don't want to say they fall through the cracks, but they just didn't get that, whatever it is that they needed, they just didn't get it. And then when they get here, I do see a little bit of progress going in, leaving, going to 7th grade, but some students just, like I said, need additional help and additional support, but I do offer to stay after school and work with them, and I go to their homes and things like that too. So I try to do what I can as long as they're with me.
Yeah. And so it's only 6th graders that are in here?
Yes, I teach 6th grade self-contained.
So how many special ed teachers are here in the school?
We just got a new teacher this year, but it is, so we have a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade self-contained, and then we have 2 resource teachers, and then we have 1 teacher that's moderate to severe. So we have 6.
And you said there's a need in Horry County for
There's
special
definitely a need. So if you have a degree and you have patience, you need to apply.
Yeah, so is this long-term for you? Do you think you will always stay in special ed for your career? What did you do before you became a teacher?
I was a criminal paralegal.
Well, now that's an interesting switch from paralegal to being a teacher.
Yeah, well, what happened was I took the LSATs to go to law school, but I care for my grandmother, and I couldn't do 3 years away at a law school. But my husband and I did go down to Charleston Law School, and we toured it, and we talked about it for a long time for me to work something out where I could come home on the weekends and he would help, but it's just not. It's just not something that's an option with 4 children in the mix too.
You have 4 kids?
4 stepkids.
What's the ages of?
The youngest is 11, the oldest is 22.
So you have a very full plate.
Yes.
Taking care of a family and doing
and
this
I'm
job.
Currently in school. I'm about almost halfway through my doctorate degree.
What are you getting a doctorate in?
Education.
Wow. Do you sleep?
I do. A little bit.
When you sleep?
A little bit.
Well, I think that what you do is phenomenal. My sister is a special ed teacher, and she actually ran a school for autism, and so I got to spend a lot of time with her at that school, and it's just, once it captures your heart, it captures your heart, like you're done once that happens, and it clearly has happened for you to really to love and take care of this population of kids.
And the thing is too, it's not even just me. The special ed teachers here, we have a great relationship, and we work very well together in the administration. It really does take a village. It's not just one person. It really takes a village. So, and I appreciate everything, the surprise, Barb, and the gift card, and I'm definitely going to put it to good use. And
well, I know it's not a lot. Mission, Miss Barb is saying.
What's your mission work?
You do mission
church
work on top of everything else. You do mission work?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, who have we found here, Michelle? I don't even know.
Next Mother Teresa. I went to Spain last year. I took my 19-year-old stepdaughter with me. I went on a mission trip with a church, and I belong to Rushing Wind Ministry, and it's a non-denominational church in Myrtle Beach on 17 Bypass, and there was a group of 8 of us that went over to Spain, and we stayed with a family, and we helped, we went to their church, and we just went to kind of not revamp, but help bring Christianity back, because a lot of the churches over there they're there, but there's nobody attending. So
a lot of Catholics.
Yes.
Catholic population.
So we went, and we were there for 3 weeks, and it was amazing. And if I could convince my husband to let me teach and move to Spain, I would definitely be out of here.
When I was 16 years old, I was in Spain for 3 months on a mission trip. So we were in Burgos, Spain. We built a rehabilitation center. So like I get it. Spain is absolutely phenomenal.
I was a little south of Valencia in Alicante. I was in La Villa Joyosa. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but the family that actually let us stay with them, their 2 children came here this summer, and the daughter stayed with my family, and the son stayed with our pastor's family. So we also housed their daughter this summer for 2 weeks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't even, like, who are you? We need to bottle whatever you have and sell it is what we need to do.
Your energy and your positivity.
Yeah. Well, that's what life's about, right? Make choices that keep you moving forward in positive ways. So I think you definitely were the right teacher, although there were so many great applicants or people who, voted for people. I think we definitely got the right one.
We are so excited. Thank you so much for nominating Shannon and being with us here today.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what prompted you to nominate Shannon.
Absolutely. Well, first off, I appreciate Girl Gone Coastal because they are taking the time to actually recognize teachers, which is very near and dear to my heart since I used to be a teacher. And I worked with some amazing people. So right away I saw that I've got to put an entry in. And I'll be honest with you, the first person that came to my mind, and one of the only ones, was Shannon. And because when I did used to teach, excuse me, I taught with her at Osha Bay Middle School. She's a special education teacher and does amazing things with these children. She has challenges every single day with the children, and she always seems to come out with a smile, positive attitude, upbeat. I mean, I would look at her in awe and be like, how does she do this? Because it really is amazing when I see what she does with these children. And the children are fabulous. I mean, I love her children. A lot of them would be what we call pull-outs. They could pull out of special ed and they come into the regular ed classes. And I taught social studies, so I used to have her kids quite a bit. And she could have just kind of said, okay, well, they're in Barb's class now. But instead, she would come and she would ask me, how are they doing? What can I do? What are challenges you're having? So she stayed on top of it and just did everything she could to nurture them. Then she would, she'd go to their houses and she would tutor them when she knew that they needed help. Then, she was taking care of her grandmother who has dementia, and the poor thing, I mean, every time I turned around, she was at the hospital one more time, and she'd show up and she'd be, smiling and upbeat and positive. I mean, it's amazing that she could have every time been knocked down, but just, she always has that great energy with her. And then she does, she teaches Sunday school. She has 4 children, 4 dogs. I mean, and then she's always on the run, but always positive and always upbeat. Yeah. So there's just something about when somebody's like that all the time. Right. I thought if there's anybody who's deserving of it, it was Shannon. Yeah, she's an awesome teacher. She leaves an imprint on every child that she touches. That's amazing. And I think that's what makes somebody like that deserving this reward.
Right. And you were a teacher yourself, so you know what it takes.
Oh, I know what it takes, yes. And I knew that I could never do what she does, as I know me. I mean, I was good at what I did, but I was always in awe of what Shannon did. Yeah. Because she just does an amazing job. So.
How long have you known her?
About 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for nominating her.
Oh, absolutely. She
being
deserves
here with
it.
us today. So thank you so much.
Hey, you're so welcome.
All right.